Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the SLL. I still don't actually know what the S stands for officially. I think it's been rumored to be a number of different things, but even several weeks after the draft, we still don't have a confirmation from Lewis on what it actually is. But we'll roll with the Super Lewis League, I think is what we're gonna call it. But nonetheless, we are here for the play-in round, the technical opening round of the playoffs for this four-team tournament. Unfortunately, we had to bid goodbye to the Red Deer Caribou yesterday, I believe it was. But the Seattle, well, not the Kraken, but the Seattle Sockeyes managed to squeak in here at the last second and are going to be facing off against Toronto tonight to decide who moves on to face Solary in the finals. Toronto coming in as the better seed through the tournament, significantly better, finished notably higher in the standings by, I want to say, like at least 3 or 4 wins of a difference there. So quite a heavy favorite coming in on paper, who we'll see here on red shortly, I would assume. I see some members of their team filing in, but we're still missing some of the biggest names. But for blue on Seattle, we have Doug, Tony, Flo, Groovy Longlegs, or Austin, Crab in a Tree, and Haybert. So it looks like they have all their starters here tonight. The Seattle team, a little infamous this season for one of the trades, the 2 trades I think that technically happened throughout the course of the season, but infamous for let's just say stacking Solary, as many people looked at it, as they traded away Quacky Face, one of the best players in the game, to get Austin in return, which saw plenty of criticism from some of the other teams and some of the other members of the teams and some of the GMs. I won't name any names, but maybe the one GM that didn't make the playoffs, I think, was quite unhappy about that situation. So nonetheless, here we are, and it looks like we have both teams on the ice now, as on red is Toronto. We have Owl, who's the GM, Sully, Gawed, a.k.a. Guy LaFleur, 5, and the Big Grinder. I believe one of these two, between 5 and the Big Grinder, is Meatsale, and the other is DeBeezy. Although, no, I see DeBeezy here on gray right now, so it might be just a random person. Yeah, it looks like we've got a streaker on the ice, so to speak, trying to join in here, and he has been subsequently booted out of the server. Oh, I feel a little bad for him. Might be a new guy that has no idea what's going on, so sorry to the Big Grinder, but this is a league game, so we do ask that people who are not participating in the games do watch from the streams. So I'm guessing 5 is Meatso then? We'll see. We'll pretend like it is, and maybe I'll be corrected by anybody else. So Goose says, I just realized that Go See is just short for Goose Alanis. Okay. 5 is Slim. All right, I thought it was Slim, but I didn't even know he was on this team. I didn't think Slim was in the tournament. Like, I've never seen him play any of the games, I feel like. Anyway, it's a pretty big loss for Toronto if they don't have Meatsale, who is arguably their best player. So we'll see how this holds up for them. So Slim filling in, and it looks like he's going to be on offense, or at least is skating up right now. I did not see the opening face-off, so maybe they have something else planned there. But a nice little turnover right in the defensive zone for Slim, and he gets it going for Toronto. First goal of the game. It just bit of a miscommunication there for Seattle. I'm not even really sure how to word that one. They're going to be a bit disappointed starting the game like that, as that was definitely a freebie. And I could say, coming off the scrim they just played against the team that I was a part of, they should have plenty of confidence going right now. So hopefully that doesn't tilt the momentum away from their favor. So picking the puck up here is Haybert, as he's going to send that in looking for Tony. And Tony in front gets a piece of it, but Sully, nice job charging out on that. He's going to dump this all the way back down again for Haybert. Haybert going to make the safe play around to Doug. Doug with it now. Taking a long shot that looks to be well over, but Crab there to try to pick that one up. Unfortunately, nothing doing for him, and this will go all the way back to Haybert. And we do have Meatshill now, so Slim, despite scoring the opening goal of this playoff game, has been benched after only a minute and a half as Meatshill comes in for Toronto. Haybert finds Crab. Crab trying to make the quick pass to Tony, but a little too far. Austin battling with Guy now. Guy, one of the best forecheckers in the game, playing as Daweg or Gawed in this game. But I will refer to him as Guy. Meatshill down low, back quite far right now for one of the forwards. So we get a bit of a handoff here back and forth between Owl and Guy. Quality play here from them, showing a little bit of chemistry. Guy trying to find Owl on the doorstep, but that's knocked aside by Haybert. Has to clear it out again, as there was a puck landing in the crease there. A little sketchy. So Owl will skate all the way back for a reset now. Continuing to just kill time as he tries to find a good outlet, and he does so in DeBezy, who looks up same now for Guy. Guy going back across to Owl. Beautiful pass there. Owl's going to skate this one up. He's probably going to look for a shot. He does, and it's beautifully placed right between the stick and the crossbar. Haybert had plenty of time to read that one, but it was just a little bit over his twig. I don't think he had the height quite right on that. He'll be a little disappointed in himself after that one, I'm sure. Guy back skating off the faceoff. Goes for a little one-time spinorama, certainly feeling themselves here, up 2 after 3 minutes. But nowhere close to being on net, so that'll wind up being a turnover. So Austin with it now, playing as Tinky Winky in this game. Got plenty of room, but does have Guy forechecking. And Guy, wow, gets his stick in there. Austin didn't want to go for the back pass to Doug, who's trying to go up the same boards. Guy does make him pay for that, but unable to generate a scoring opportunity off of that. It's now back the other way, and Tony will pick this one up. Looking across for Doug, but Doug had cut in. Crab able to get there, though unable to keep the possession going, as Sully will come out to play this, and he does find Guy. Guy in a one-on-one with Austin, goes for the cross pass here to Meatshill. Meatshill going to slow play this, fakes the inside, goes outside. He's going down the boards to DeBezy. DeBezy taking a shot from the point, but that's wide. Difficult shot to maintain there. And the puck will get cleared out. So just under a minute to go in the first period. Owl makes a little bit of a mistake there. I don't think he meant to do that. But he's going to find Meatshill up same. Meatshill and Guy now in a 2-on-2. Meatshill faking, cutting in, and ooh, just off the far post there. Haybert gets a little lucky on that one, as Meatshill was eyeing that far corner of the net where a Guy was standing for redirection. There was a rebound. Back to Owl at the point. That's going to be well over, so Tony should be able to pick this one up. He's got 20 seconds left to make a play with this one. He is looking for a pass, and that's cut down by Owl. Great defensive play there. So it gets sent around to Guy, who now under 10 seconds left is just going to have to find something to do with it quickly. He gets it to Meat, but not fast enough, and that will probably wind up doing it. It does for this period. Long shots, not quite the meta anymore. Typically, we would have seen, in the past anyway, somebody probably go for a long shot there as time is expiring, but as goalies have gotten better, those long shots don't go in like they used to. No offsides here as a reminder to anybody who may not have been following the games so far during this tournament. No offsides and no icing in HQM by default. There's a handful of reasons for that, but we won't get into them right now. Is a beautiful pass there from Guy up to Meatshill. But Meatshill not able to get the one-timer on net. However, he'll have another chance here right in front, and nobody home to cover Guy. Guy gets it through the pile, gets it around the boards to Meatshill, and just all alone in front. Nobody home to do anything about it. And it is now 3-0. As Toronto is quickly running away with this one. Just over 5 minutes into this game. And halfway to a mercy. Haybert playing this one now to Tony. Tony looking back, same for Doug. Doug has a little bit of room, but no momentum. So he's got to just send this across to Crab, who does get it off the boards, but loses it in his feet. And that gets sent up to Meatshill now going the other way. Meatshill finds Guy across. Guy can't get around the D there. It's Doug, really nice play on it and does get it over to Tony, but what a body there by DeBezy. That would have been a breakaway for Tony. Huge play there by DeBezy defensively. Keeps this a 3-0 lead. It's Austin going really far again for Crab here, but this one bounces up over his stick. Crab having some bad luck on these passes up the board so far tonight. But as a reminder, this is a 3-game series. So regardless of what happens in this first game, there will at least be one more for either team to redeem themselves. Guy able to steal this one away, but Doug does get back to it as he has to kill his momentum to do so. And Doug's going to find Crab coming off the boards here. Crab looking deep for Tony, but this is cut off by Owl. Owl looking deep for Guy. Guy looked to play it out of the air and almost got a piece of it, but not sure what he would have been able to do with it from there. Owl flings it back across where Guy chasing this one down. Going in front for the tip to Meatshill. But Meatshill could not redirect that one on net. And so now Tony with a breakaway the other way. Not exactly the best shot for him in the world, but it does disguise where that shot is going. And Tony gets his team back on the board 3-1. The most dangerous lead in hockey. It's a beautiful pass there up to Tony from, Doug. Wasn't sure if it was Doug or Crab, but got to give a lot of credit to Doug for that one as he was able to spring Tony. Quick decision making there in the transition game. And from the point, Doug just rips it in. And we now all of a sudden have a 1-goal game. Very slow on the reaction there is Sully. Not sure if he was ready for that shot. He certainly didn't look like he was fully paying attention. Reacted quite late to it. And a nice centering opportunity there for Seattle is blocked aside as they have come alive here in the last 2 minutes. Tony keeping possession, trying to go for the centering pass, but a nice job by Owl as he blocks that one down. Gets around Tony. He's got to get around Crab now too. He's given himself room to work with, but nobody to pass to. Stabisi started rotating back. Guy not able to get to this puck, so Austin will send this around. A bit of a suicide pass to Tony. And yeah, this one is turned back over. Going the other way is Owl. Owl, though, not able to continue the play for his team. As Tony will pick this up again. He's got Doug down the same boards. He does find him. Doug rips the shot, and it's barred down. What a shot from the same spot as the last goal here at the point. This one was deflected, so the spinning puck, a little bit difficult to read. And all of a sudden, we have a tie game. What a storm back here, led by Doug, who was playing phenomenally in the scrim that we played earlier. So not too surprising to see him continue on this form. Owl looking for the deep stretch pass here. That's going to go too deep for anyone on his team to retrieve. Crab will pick this one up. He's looking for Tony mid, and it's just past his stick. Beautiful read there, just a little bit too far. So now Guy with an opportunity going the other way. He's found Meatshill up in the corner. Meatshill tries to slow it down for the centering pass. Somehow able to still get that puck across. And back and forth in front of the net there. A little bit sketchy for Seattle for a moment, but they come out unscathed. 30 seconds left to go as we have a tie game here in this game 1. Meatshill finds Guy. Guy tries to back pass it to Meatshill, but this is picked off by Doug. Doug, he's got 20 seconds, tries to go for the shot, but that's blocked. DeBezy, great job with the stick position there. Sent back in on net is Austin playing this. But it is picked up again by Toronto. And with 3 seconds, that's probably going to kill the period. Yes, it is. So after a dominant opening period by Toronto in red, we get a dominant second period by Seattle in blue, as Doug is firmly leading the way so far for his team. Almost single-handedly. I say almost because Tony has 3 points as well. He's played a big part in that. But Doug, the driving force so far, and tying this game up. So looking up and across here is Owl off the face-off, and he finds Guy, and on the doorstep, Hebert with a beautiful save. Wow, what a play off the face-off. Guy wins it back to Owl. Owl straight up to Guy for a wide-open shot in close, and Hebert slams the door shut. That is the play that you expect to see from him and the reputation he has earned. Mietzel playing the puck now, trying to find Owl on the boards. Bit of a back and forth here as this gets sent in front by Seattle. Tony had an opportunity there, but Sully, paying attention this time, does not let that one in. So Guy and Doug battling for it. Doug able to come away with this one. And he's got it around center ice here to Austin. However, Austin had to fling the puck away. Not enough time to really make a firm decision. And that's going to result in Mietzel having a clean opportunity here in front for the wrap. And I think a defenseman got a stick in there on that one and was able to knock that one away. I couldn't see who that was. Hebert played the post well there, so I'm not sure if it would have gone in anyway, but a nice defensive showing from Seattle. Looking much better after that opening 5 minutes. Took them a little bit to get their feet under them. So Austin with it now. He's got Doug back low across, but he opts for Tony, who's open here, has a chance to shoot, and he does, but a nice save by Sully. Able to read that one the whole way. However, Crab steals this puck away. Excellent forecheck. He finds Tony in the middle. It's off the top of his stick, but Doug is here to pick it up. He gets the backhand shot that's saved aside by Sully. Pressure still rising here for Seattle as they are not letting up. Certainly feel the ice tilting in their direction. Toronto going to need to generate something significant here soon to stem this tide. As Doug, with another chance now, he gets around to the outside, and it's a beautiful shot. Top far corner. Look at this move, getting out and around the defenseman. He's past all of them and right on the inside of that post, going in top far corner. What a play there by Doug, who continues to show off. And again, another opportunity here. Crab going for it. Sully's going to charge out, but Crab should get here first. However, he doesn't really have anyone to pass to. So he's got to just kind of fling this one across. And now there's a break going the other way as Guy has plenty of time and space here. He's going to take this shot. It's bouncing, but read well by Hebert. DeBezy, can he keep it in? The spinning puck, difficult to deal with. He does get it there, but can't get it to Mietzel. So Tony now pressuring Sully the other way. Sully finds DeBezy. DeBezy going to probably look across for Owl. Yep. And Owl with it now tries to get the cross back to Guy, who was covered. You probably want to see him cut to the outside there and try to just skate with it a little longer. So going back towards Sully is the puck now. Sully going to rip a long shot here, looking for some kind of tip. Nothing going there as we are now in back and forth dumps between these two teams. We went from high-powered offense to just dumping over and over again. Gotta love it. The dichotomy of HQM. Both teams are fighting with it behind the net here, but Crab able to come away with it. And in keeping with what was just going on, dumps it down the ice. Owl with the puck now. Finds Mietzel, but Mietzel has to slow down a lot. Just tries to fling this in for Guy, but can't get there. So playing behind the net is Crab and Doug. Crab comes away with it, but DeBezy stops it at the center line. Keeping this in, he's looking for a Guy on the doorstep, but cut down was Austin. So Sully will pick this puck up now, sending it in deep. Bert probably going to have to play this one. He does, but not well. And Guy able to pick this one up, and it's off the post. Oh, my. I thought for sure we were about to see Bert get scored on because he skated out. Guy, what a play there. Getting it away from Haybert. And not only that, but getting it back across the ice for Meadsail, who had to just one-time it, and it was off the post. Couldn't get the rebound. What a sequence. And that was it. That was their opportunity to come back in this game. But Seattle holds on despite being the lower seed by a wide margin, has won the first game on the back of a hat trick from Doug. 100% point participation in this game. Doug is an animal tonight as they take game one. Looks like we may be swapping colors here. Okay. All right, so it looks like Crab needs a couple minutes to take care of some, well, let's just say nature's calling. We'll leave it at that. So we'll be back hopefully soon with the next game. I think they're going to swap colors here, but this is a best of 3. We are playing all 3 games tonight. So if Seattle wins this next game, they will move on to face Solary, which will be quite the storyline as they'll be facing off against Quacky, who was the player that they traded away to get here. Much to the chagrin of many of the members of the league. But with their season on the line, Toronto is going to have to come back out hot like they did during Game 1. Interesting discussions going on in the chat here that I'm trying not to get distracted by, but it's a little challenging. It's a little challenging. Hope everybody's doing well on this fine Thursday evening. It's quite humid where I am, so not the most comfortable of evenings, but you know what? That's okay because we're watching some great hockey question mark, which is everyone who is here. It's our favorite pastime, I'm sure. Nothing more you'd rather be doing right now. And even more exciting, we have another face-off tonight. A slightly special edition. I know it's been leaked to a number of people, but I won't continue the leaks yet, just in case there are some people who don't know what we're doing. But we're going to be doing something a little bit different than usual, which is exciting. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And that will be coming to you right around 9 p.m. Might be a few minutes late depending on how long of a delay there is getting these games going and whether or not we see a Game 3. That is a good question, Kiwi, and one that we may find out in the finals if these two teams play against each other. I do not know what Quacky's attendance looks like in the finals or Austin's, so that might change some things. Who won? Seattle won the first game 4-3. They came back from a 3-0 deficit, scored 4 unanswered goals, 3 of them in the second period, and managed to win the game. Just barely hanging on at the end, too. Toronto had a really good opportunity. Bert made some clutch saves there later in that game. So Seattle ready to go, as it looks like nature has called and has been answered. And Toronto joins the ice. I have to say I feel bad for Slim, again, who played for the first minute and a half of Game 1, scored the opening goal, and then was benched for the rest of the game. It's an unfortunate world to be in. Is there anything better, Kiwi, than watching my stream, watching some HQM, and enjoying some beautiful Culver's ice cream? I don't know what Culver's is, but maybe we'll get a sponsorship for them, for HQM in general. That'd be cool, right? Take a couple dollars to do that. Anyway, Game 2 underway as we have an opportunity right off the bat here for Owl from Guy. Meatsail looking to continue this offensive pressure as he gets it at the red line. And, oh, out in front of the net. Guy and Hebert ran into each other there, so neither of them came away with the puck. That looked a little bit sketchy. And batted out of the air is Guy again. He's been shot out of a cannon so far this game. 45 seconds in, and he is all over this puck. He wants this game back, and hard to blame him, as his season is on the line. DeBezy. Oh, man, stuffed on the breakout attempt by Tony. But unfortunately, blocks don't matter, and Sully was able to get the puck back anyway, so here we are. Hebert stepping up to play this one. It's going to go straight to Owl on the other team, who turns it over immediately to Crab for a breakaway. What a body there by Tony. Bodies DeBezy, getting revenge from game one. For anybody who remembers, DeBezy bodied Tony on a potential breakaway. Beautiful play by him, and Tony returns the favor, bodying DeBezy this time. Bit of a D-int, but that is allowed in HQM. Crab gets the easy free goal off of the Owl turnover there, trying for the board pass. Meatsail skating in and off the far post. I honestly did not think he'd have a chance to get that on net. Owl picked up the rebound, had a good opportunity of his own, but that one was wide. DeBezy forced to keep this one in. He's looking across. Meatsail and Tony battling for it here. Meatsail does come out on top. Flings it back to Owl, who's going to let this one go for Sully, and they're going to reset. Doug as the lone forechecker here. Sully finds Owl. Owl over and across to DeBezy. DeBezy has a guy back across, but he's got a shot too. Goes for that lob there as Meatsail tries to get a redirect in front. It's back to DeBezy, back to Guy. Beautiful shot, beautiful tip. What a sequence there. Let's get a replay of that. From the point over to the other point in front, and a nice little tip there by Meatsail at the end. Looked like a relatively harmless shot, but what a play by Meatsail. He sniffed that one out. It was a great team play all around, though. So I think DeBezy was the one who passed it across the guy there to begin with. So great vision, tying this game up 1-1. Sully, with it now, is going to skate out after the face-off. And he's going to send this one all the way deep to Meatsail, who finds Owl, who finds Guy. But a physics puck sends this wide to DeBezy, who's going to try to send this in front. Guy still with it, but he gets bodied off here, allowing Doug to pick this one up. Doug has DeBezy on the forecheck, so he just sends this one in. Easy enough for Sully to play. And this one lands almost perfectly for Guy. Almost. Close but no cigar. So Owl will pick this one up now. However, I say that, and Tony strips him of it. Only momentarily, though. So he is able to find Guy in the middle, who has sent it across now for Owl. Owl looking back across for Meatsail. Meatsail contesting with Tony, has to skate this one back. Resetting the play a little bit, and ultimately turning it over there to Doug, who does find Crab. Tony in the middle, trying to play it out of the air, but Sully beats him to it and sends this one deep back down into the Seattle zone. So Doug left to play this one now. Nowhere to go with it, really. He had Austin across. I think there's a bit of miscommunication with Tony up on offense. I think he expected Tony to be on the boards there. So failed breakout attempts for both teams has led to DeBezy spinning this around for Guy. And Guy finding Meatsail, but Meatsail losing a lot of his speed here. Let's see if that comes back to haunt him. It doesn't. Cheeky little disguised shot there as he keeps that stick angle low. It's really tough to see what angle he's going to shoot with when he does that. Really difficult for a goalie to read, and Meatsail making a statement here tonight. He's been a little quiet so far. Didn't get to warm up too much is my understanding, so maybe take a game or two to get into it, but he looks like he's ready to play now as he makes this a 2-1 game for his team. Hebert rips this one deep. DeBezy's going to pick this one up as we're under 30 seconds to go in the period now. With Toronto still holding on to a 2-1 lead. Nice opportunity in front there for Seattle. Did not connect, so Guy Tries to find a breakout, but instead finds Tony's stick. And that will kill this period. As we go into the second period of game number 2. Toronto leading 2-1 in this game, but Seattle in red leading 1-0 in this best of 3 so far. Opening faceoff coming here in a second of period 2 is won by Seattle. Tony maintaining possession of it here, spins it around. It's a nice arcing shot, but it was off the post. However, right in front, Crab found the stick of Tony. He had an opportunity, but I think he had to one-time that. Tony looked like he wanted to settle it instead and take a shot, but did not have the flexibility to do so. And Meatsail almost punishes him going the other way. However, wide with his shot, leaves this a 2-1 game. Austin for Seattle is going to pick this one up here. But he misses Tony in the neutral zone. So this will wind up being dumped down to Sully, who's going to dump this down himself. And it is back to Austin again, who then proceeds to dump it down to Meatsail. Meatsail taking advantage of this opportunity as he gets around 2, gets around 3, gets around 4, but he loses the puck at the very end. Meatsail, a supremely talented player, but probably one too many moves there. Playing it out of the air is Meatsail, but not able to come away with it. So Tony picking this up now. He's got a pass opportunity, but it's blocked by Owl. He's able to get this one back and does fling it in front, but Crab not able to get home in time for it. So now going the other way is Guy. Guy doesn't really have a great shot, so he's got to try to muscle his way around this, but Austin, knowing that's coming, does not allow it to happen. And, ooh, Tony turned around, not thinking that that puck was going to make it to him. However, it might not matter as they're still maintaining their pressure and their possession. Doug on the point. Plenty of time as he takes a lob shot, but this one's Sully ready and waiting. Sends it aside. So Crab will have to play this on the backhand. Doug stepping up again. Doug, the man of the night. Doesn't really get enough on that one, and Sully able to make that save. Back down for Haybert here. Haybert's going to go low and around for Austin. Austin just going to take his time, wait for a good opportunity. He's got Doug back still. Goes for Tony around the same, who looks for Doug across. Doug pressured by Guy and does get the puck stolen. Guy's still with it. Does he have a passing lane? He doesn't, but what a wraparound. Oh my goodness. What a play. Take a look at what he sees for this. He's falling down on the ice and rips it top shelf. That is one that, as a goalie, you just gotta tip your cap. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? And Guy, a player infamous for those types of shots, almost gets a second one. That one off the post and off the crossbar this time. Now going the other way is Austin, who has a great backhand shot opportunity, but not a great backhand shot with it. Unfortunately, losing that possession for the team, unable to really generate anything from it despite the spring there. So Toronto, trying to pick this one up in the neutral zone, is Meatsail as he's trying to fight off Tony and is forced to go all the way back into his own zone. And Tony does get the block, but again, blocks don't matter as Meatsail gets it back and tries to find DeBeese, which is an interesting sight, seeing DeBeese charging up and Meatsail back. Austin with it here. Looks up for Tony, but finds DeBeese instead. And DeBeese gets it to Meatsail and makes a beautiful move around one, but can't get around the second. Austin shuts the door. Crab's going to pick this one up in the neutral zone. He's got DeBeese flat-footed. Owl not in the best position. And Sully makes a beautiful save. Just sweeping across. It looks so perfect, so planned out, but it is so difficult to do that and nail the timing the way that he did. What a save by Sully. And now giving his team an opportunity going the other way. Guy almost finds Meadsail's stick the last second. I think that was Austin on Seattle. Gets his twig in there and breaks it up. But they're not out of the woods yet. Is Meadsail and Guy going back and forth with it here. Meadsail looking for a wrap of his own. Hebert shuts the door on the post there. Ready for that one. So Sully left to play this one. He's going deep looking for a deflection out of the air, but this is sent all the way back down and in. As a physics puck will likely be the end of this period unless Austin can get back to it. He cannot. So we head into the third period with a 3-1 lead here for Toronto. Kiwi calling that Hebert is going to get a clutch goal this game. He can feel it in his milk-strengthened bones. I could definitely see it. It's been probably 2 goals so far that it looked like Sully maybe wasn't entirely paying attention to, so he might be able to sneak one by him. So off the opening face-off here is a little back and forth, but DeBezy ends up coming away with this one. However, turning it over and completely whiffing on it is Crab. I don't think Crab was ready for DeBezy to just leave it there for him. That was a sequence that happened. But Seattle still with it as Tony gets it across to Crab. Crab tries to cut it back for Tony, but Sully charging out doesn't give him enough space to work with. And this puck will be dumped back down this time for Austin and Seattle. However, strong forecheck from Owl does get that away. So it'll be sent all the way back for Sully, who's now going to send it all the way back up and in for Guy. And all the way back down to Sully again. Off the back of the net is Sully, but he still somehow finds Meadsail, who makes what a move around Crab. Just absolute toe drag with no momentum there. It's a beautiful thing to see. However, Austin comes away with this one and tries to get the centering pass to Tony, but it's a little too slow. So Sully able to come out and knock that one away. But given right back to Tony. Guy sends it right to his stick. And Tony, not quite ready for it, throws it away himself. A couple premier opportunities for Seattle here so far in this period that they have yet to even generate a shot off of. And there's another one. But this time, Crab and Tony both on the ball. Tony finds Crab. Beautiful cut in there by Crab. Beautiful job getting that low corner of the net on the ice where Sully was not prepared for. So third time's the charm, it seems, for Seattle this period. They finally actually get a shot away and are rewarded for it. So Owl skating with this now. Beautiful block there by Tony on Owl's breakout pass attempt. Owl manages to keep this one still. And he's going to find Meadsail across. Meadsail blocked by Austin. However, DeBezy picks this up. And can't get the cross pass going. Nice job on the back check there. Crab has Tony deep. But he's got one man to beat as well. Oh, he waits a little too long. If he had gone for the pass or gone for the shot a split second earlier there, he probably gets one of them. But unfortunately, nothing doing either way. As he hesitates just a little bit too much. However, Tony, a chance for redemption here. And Sully, reading it well, knocks away the cross crease pass there. Doesn't allow Tony to find Crab in the slot. So Meadsail working the Seattle team the other way. It's a nice save by Hebert. And eventually dumped out all the way down into the Toronto zone as we were down under 2 minutes to go here in a pivotal game 2. Crab reads the breakout pass. Does find Tony. Can Tony find Crab or find a shot? It's blocked down in front. Crab has an opportunity. It's still sitting there and no. Stuck in his feet. Owl comes away with it. And that was huge. Huge, huge, huge as Seattle right there in front had a prime opportunity to try to make this a tie game. But Crab could not find it. Now going the other way is Toronto. Meetsail hoping to find Guy. Instead finds Doug. Doug gets around Meetsail on the forecheck. Nice move by him there. Guy now choosing to forecheck and does block him, but it doesn't matter. He gets it back low on the ice, blocked by a D-man. Back to Doug. He gets the backhand shot, but it's wide. Another great sequence by Doug as we're down to 45 seconds left to go in this game. Toronto holds on. We are going to a game 3. Crab with it now. Sends it up for Tony, who's got to come back with this. He's going to skate it all the way around, does a big loop, and then takes a ripper of a shot. But I think that was wide. Sully played it nonetheless, and right in front, trickling in. Sully gets back to it just in time. It's Crab and Tony continuing to try to work their magic. Blocked down by Guy, though. 12 seconds left to go. Doug has to make a play on this. He's going to rip it as hard as he can, but it's cut down by Meetsail at the blue line. And that will do it for this game as Toronto barely holds on here at the end for a 3-2 win, sending this to a deciding game 3 to determine who will face Solary in the finals. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping we wouldn't get a third game, I'm going to be honest. I definitely wanted to not have to rush to get the face-off going, so I'm a little annoyed at Seattle for not actually finishing the job. But hopefully they get this underway soon. We are going to have to try to shorten the face-off tonight. There's no way we could do our usual, like, 3+ hours starting quite this late. I say there's no way. Obviously, there's very much a way anytime Tony and I are involved, but we'll do our best. So, game 3 coming up, the deciding game. Toronto having come into this series as the favorites by a long shot, did find themselves down 1-0 after the opening game, losing 4-3, blowing a 3-goal lead in the process. However, they come back strong in game 2 and take a 3-2 victory there. Interested to see if we'll have any lineup changes. We do have Kilpessel and Slim, at least, for backups here for these teams. Certainly a possibility that they make it onto the ice at some point during this game. So we have Seattle joining and Toronto joining. So both teams are ready. We have swapped back colors once more. And ready to get underway. We have the same lineups here. Looks like no substitutions. So on red, we have the Toronto Rush. Debeezy, Meetsail, Sully in net, Gawed or Guy taking the faceoffs, and then Owl on D as the GM. And then on blue for Seattle, we have the GM Crab in a Tree. We have Tinky Winky, a.k.a. Austin, Doug, a.k.a. Doug, Tony Flo, and Hello Bert or Hey Bert in net. So running it back one more time. Final game of the evening, no matter what happens here. This is do or die elimination for both teams. The opening faceoff is won by Guy, and a beautiful move there by Meetsail. However, he does kill his own momentum. Probably would have been better to just get that puck away, but a beautiful move on the first guy. And now going the other way is Crab, all alone, but charging out. The pass was so slow that Sully was able to just come out and play that. Wasted a little bit too much time getting that puck to him, and now they are punished for it as Sully charges out, gets the breakout pass to Guy. Guy skating back and forth around, very patient with Doug. Doesn't give Doug an opportunity to actually knock that one away, and he makes this a 1-0 game. So right where they want to be, Toronto starts off game 3 strong with a chance to continue their lead when Guy gets absolutely destroyed. However, his team still has possession. Meetsail fighting for it and winning it, but turning it over here to Tony. finds Austin now. Austin has Crab on the boards, quite open there as he's able to kind of tickle Deke DeBeezy, but shoots straight into the stick of Owl afterwards. Always love watching the big wind-up power shots like that. Rarely do they work for the reasons why we just saw there. Owl, nice job after turning it over. Does cause a turnover of his own to break up any offensive breakout. However, now going the other way, a physics puck played out of the air, finds its way to Tony. This is a really tight angle shot, and it's off both posts. Austin on the rebound gets stuffed. I think that was Owl playing it out of the air. Beautiful sequence there. Would have been extremely difficult to find that angle as a shooter. So not overly surprising that Tony didn't get that one actually on frame. But as close as you can get, though. So strong effort, strong showing. And Owl looking for his own strong showing. What a pass and what a receive by Meatsail. But better defense is Doug and Austin. Owl will pick this one back up. Sends it to DeBeezy. DeBeezy looking up same for Guy. Is trying to float that one a little bit more, but sends it a little bit harder than he meant to. So Guy unfortunately can't catch up to it. So we have some more back and forth play here in the neutral zone. Owl trying to get past Tony. Really, really good forecheck there from him. And he's going to be rewarded for his efforts as he gets the puck back, but swatted away from him. Doing a bit of a windmill there is DeBeezy. As he knocks the puck off of Tony's stick. Tony with it now. It's immediately flung off of his stick. He did not have enough time to do much with it as he had to settle the bouncing puck. He's got another chance here now. He's got Crab in the middle, but Sully wisely steps forward a little bit and plays that one out. He's made it all the way down to Haybert, who takes a big shot down in. This is wide of his teammates, so Guy will be able to pick this one up now. Over to DeBeezy. And DeBeezy has Meatsail on the break. Meat, no momentum, so not really a whole lot that he can do, so he's got to slow play this one. He's been successful so far. Tried to find Guy on the back door there, but a nice job. Blocking that aside was, I believe, Doug. Classic HQM physics puck. Finds its way to Owl. And Owl's attempted pass finds its way to Austin. This turned over there on the breakout. It's going to be flung all the way back down behind Sully's net. Oh, right out in front of the net. Oh, I thought that was going to land behind it. Scary situation there. Thankfully, Owl ready for that one. Cleans it out in front before anyone on Seattle could come capitalize on the bouncing puck. So Owl will pick this one up now again. And he's got Guy, who drops it back down to him. Goes for the body as well on Crab, which does spring Owl as he gets past Tony. He's got one more man to beat, but he goes for the pass in tight. Doug draped all over him. Meatsail almost made that work, though. But it would not go, not this time anyway. And that will bring us to the end of the first period of Game 3. The deciding Game 3. It's Toronto in red. Seattle in blue. Winner take all goes to, well, winner take all of the one finals spot to move on and face Solary. Winning the face-off again is Guy, one of the best face-off takers we have in the community. However, the team can't generate off of that. And that's going to give Tony an opportunity now going the other way to build something here for Seattle. However, Meatsail covering the point wisely. Reads that one. Cuts down on it before a defenseman is able to get there for a point shot. So now going back the other way. Owl is blocked by Tony. Crab should be able to get this. He does, but he can't get it over to Tony. So Meatsail fighting with it here on the boards. Loses it. Over to Dabs, up to Guy, back to Meatsail, and just past him. Doug will be able to grab this one. He finds Crab up same. Crab looking across for Tony. Tony, good chance in the backhand, maybe. It's a little too far, so he's got to drop it. Austin has to skate it in now. He's got one guy back middle. Can he get it to him? No, this is blocked, and a physics puck spinning around behind the net. So Sully will pick this one up. Still 1-0, so we're just over a minute into the second period now. Austin still up, able to get this one. Goes for the drop pass to Tony. What a play. Tony across to Crab. Crab has a lane, but it's cut down on quickly. And Guy makes a beautiful stop, gets it up to Meatsail. Meatsail on a breakaway of his own is cutting it in. He doesn't have a ton of room there, so he keeps it outside wisely and is rewarded for his efforts as Meatsail gets his first goal of this game. I believe second goal in total of the night. But all driven there by Guy. What a job forcing that turnover and getting that pass away. Beautiful work. And it is now a 2-0 lead for Toronto in red. Looking to cut this one back. We're seeing Austin play a little bit more aggressively in his position on some of these breakouts. It's a wise decision to try to spring something going the other way. Expose the transition game a little bit better. Crab going to find Tony here. Tony has Owl to beat. He gets him around him, but he doesn't have a shooting lane anymore, so he's got to pass. Austin back down same. Looking across for Crab. It's behind him, so he's got to skate back around. Crab goes down low. Finds Tony. Tony can't find him back in the slot, so Crab has to play it on the boards. Looking for Tony in the middle again. It comes right back to him, and he tucks it in short side. What a sequence that was. 2 or 3 opportunities there for Crab, and he finally gets it. Puts it just around the stick. Sully inches away from actually having that save. You know for sure he's going to be kicking himself. But Crab makes it work, and 2-1 now. Seattle will not go quietly into the night. They are still clinging on. Only down by 1 as we've reached the halfway point of the game. Sully coming out to play this. Almost losing it to Crab. Would have been very dangerous. And they still may be in some danger here as Doug was able to play this in the neutral zone and he finds Tony. Tony almost gets it around the D-man, but a nice job by Owl ties him up. Behind the net now is Tony. He's skating around, going for the wrap. I think that hit a defenseman's stick, caused it to cut short side. Didn't make it on frame. So Owl now with the puck, looking for Guy and Meatsail, who are both very deep at the moment, but well covered by Seattle. Tony going for an off-the-boards play. Almost had it. However, Crab will still come away with this, despite that. Doug forced to play this at the point. Can't get a good shot. He's going to step up on this one to keep it in, but Sully flings this one back out. Finds DeBeasy, who now finds Austin on the other team. Austin up for Tony. Tony back across for Doug. Doug, wide open shot here in the middle. It's blocked down. Beautiful job getting 2 sticks in the lane there. I think there was 2 defensemen for it. Seattle's showing some pressure here late in the second. Still have another period to go after this. Austin can't find the breakout for Tony. So Owl will play this now with 20 seconds left. DeBeasy making the safe play to skate this down and around low. He's got about 15 seconds now. If he's going to make a breakout pass, it's going to have to happen soon. This one is very deep, but Meatsail should be able to get it. Guy's going to pick this one up. He's got 5 seconds, so he has to just throw it. And this one was on the ice, so it's easily played aside by the defenseman. Decent opportunity there for Toronto at the end, but Seattle with probably, I would say, the better of the play there towards the second half of that second period. And we are down into the third and final period of the decisive Game 3 to determine who makes it to the finals. Another one face-off by Guy to Owl. Goes for the long shot, but this one looks to be just a little wide. And now going the other way with it is Crab. He's got Debeezy to beat. He does get there. He's got plenty of time and space. Tony turns back, and what a save. I think that was going bar down, but Sully reads it beautifully. Tony still has it, though, and he finds Doug, who was on fire early tonight, has been quiet since. Doug can't get a good shot away, so Meatsail with it now. Finds Debeezy up same. Austin forced to cover two guys right now, but he will get there first. And Austin has Tony in front. Sully stepping up on that, reading that as soon as that left Austin's stick. Meatsail now with it, trying to find Guy in front, but a nice back check from Tony. And he's got Crab across. Crab slow playing this one a little bit. He's going to wind up looking for the pass. It looked like he was a little indecisive as to what he wanted to do there. So now Meatsail going to be hunting down this puck, forechecking Austin. Austin makes a quick play over to Tony. Tony finds Doug across, who's skating up on this. Doug going to have to pass this one, but too far for Tony. So Guy able to pick this one up. He finds Owl. Owl looking back around for Guy, but a great read by Tony. Doesn't have space to cut in, though, and he's going to be punished for that as it is stripped away from him. So Owl with the puck. Looking up deep. He's got Guy there, but Austin reads it beautifully and steps up on this one. Gets around the man. Can he get around Owl? No. And it's dumped back down. So 3 minutes to go. Plenty of time still for this Seattle team. Crab playing on the boards. Tony bodied by Debeezy, but Debeezy gets the better of it, facing the correct way. A little bit easier for him. Is able to get that puck. And out in front, an opportunity for Tony. Does manage to somehow get the pass back to the slot. I don't even know how he managed that. But it's knocked away, as I don't think even Crab was prepared for that to happen. So Haybert with it here. Gets it over to Austin. Austin has to skate all the way over to the boards for this one. So he had kind of lost it a bit there, and unfortunately, his guys are covered by the time he gets back to it, so it's a dump. So Meatsail turns this one over right to Austin, who's got Tony across. Tony looking for the middle pass, but Owl home, and now Debeezy on the break. Debeezy's going to have to take a backhand shot here. He's got Austin coming in, and charging out is Haybert. Beautiful job there. Forcing him to make a decision, knowing that Beezy is not the type of player to opt to make a deke or a dangle around somebody. Reads that situation well, charges out, stick in the shooting lane, and has given his team an opportunity now that they have a minute and a half left to capitalize on. Guy with the puck is blocked by two different Seattle members, but does get the puck back anyway. And Tony just able to get there just in time as Owl and Meatsail look to potentially have a 2-on-0. So Crab with it now, trying to find out in front, but it's blocked down out of the air. Doug has it. He's going to have to reset. He's going to skate this back to the blue line. He's sending this in now. Finds Crab. Crab deep in the corner. Does lose it. Austin should still be able to get here to keep possession for Seattle. It's flung out in front. Sully playing it out of the air again. Nullifies that opportunity. Haybert forced to step up on this one. Takes a big shot, but a big block by Guy. It's going to make this challenging for Seattle as a spinning puck. Difficult to corral, difficult for them to do much with. So we were starting to see a decent bit of chaos here on the ice. 20 seconds left. Haybert stepping up on this. He's got to rip it deep. It is on net. Sully, though, reads it well. And Haybert, oh no, he's too far up. It's past him. Meatsail puts it down the same boards. Is there enough time? I don't think so. With 5 seconds left, he's got Tony. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, no time. And just like that, Seattle falls. With a couple more seconds there, they may have had it. They may have had an opportunity as Tony was open on the boards. But falling in a crucial, pivotal, deciding game 3 by a score of 2-1 is unfortunately Seattle, who had to fight tooth and nail yesterday just to make it here. But as I'm sure most people predicted, the finals, which will start next week on Wednesday and will wrap up next week on Thursday, will feature Solary plus Toronto. All right, well, that was awesome. Great set of games here tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We will be back in probably like 10 to 15, probably closer to 15 minutes to be real. So probably closer to like 9, 10-ish. But we'll be back with the face-off. I will be turning off the stream and turning it back on again afterwards. So don't feel you need to hang around. But we'll see you all soon for the next installment of the face-off interview series. Peace.